Hey guys, welcome back. I'm actually watching a RAV right now. I might go for a pullback trade on this one, but I want to have a better entry because this one popped up here about 45% or so. We see that quite a bit, and then you see sometimes like 15% plus pullback. So I'm thinking maybe we're going to get a bigger pullback here. So I just want to be a little bit more risk averse. Volume's still very light on this one. Look at that ask, big ask there. Going back below. Got my first size on this one at 99. Very small size here. About a 20% pullback. That's more or less what we were looking for. Thought I was going to get a bit better of a fill there, unfortunately. Let's see how it behaves here. Still a very small size. Looking for that continuation. We have 10 seconds left. Let's see what kind of bounce we can get. That was about a 20% pullback. Very strong pullback. That's exactly what I was just talking about. First entry was a little bit too high though. Yeah, still seeing some selling pressure here. Cutting a little bit of size. Cutting out a bit more. But I like the fact that it's holding. We have big support here on the 9 EMA. Oops. Still pulling back. Didn't get the recovery I was kind of hoping for. Could have been a little bit quicker. Let's see if we can get that pop here. So far still dying off. Usually I will wait sometimes for that first pullback to hold. But I think my problem on this one was the fact that I was just a little bit too early on my trade. So I tried to manage it a little bit, cut losses, then re-entered, but it's never like the best situation to be in. Still a tiny size, not even half of my average size, which right now my average size is still very light as well. I think yesterday it was like almost 6,000. And unfortunately, it's not getting that pop that we were looking for. And stopping out the rest here. Unfortunately. It could pop, but it's stalling too long, which is making me cut the rest of my position. A little bit of frontside action there. It's good to see that. Very light sell volume, so technically it's not really breaking the 9 EMA, but it's just not bouncing either. Yeah, stopping out there. Well, that was unfortunate. I would not be surprised if we had like a 10% bounce on this one. Absolutely not be surprised, but I can't just keep holding something that's not bouncing. It's just too risky. So believe it or not, MULN what is actually the one that kept ripping here. So I'm down, unfortunately, on the day. $140, two small red trades. One was bigger percentage loser, but that's why my first trade on every ticker is usually very small size. just to give me a little bit more feel for the ticker. With MULN, for example, I didn't really like how flashy it was. It just all of a sudden had a huge wick below my limit order. I didn't get filled. It popped up, and then I randomly got filled, and I was just like, oh, I hate these sub dollars. I'm really not feeling this one. So I kind of went away from this one, although it actually would have ended up working pretty well. It had a good front side. With why is coin here? Oh, okay, because I have that. I had a limit order on this entry. I just wanted to see what it would look like today. I'm going to close this one. And then I was going to sell some covered calls on coin. And then what was the ticker? ARAV. This one unfortunately just died off on us, so you can see how this one sold off. So I took a loser there, that's fine. Well, I guess that didn't really amount to much, so I'll take a break for now, and then hopefully we'll get a bit more action. my microphone, I think, was off. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I was away from computer, literally, and nice little 5-minute breakout here. Let's see if this 9 EMA holds. This is a really key spot. Pulling lower, 2.7, a lot of support. Worth probably sizing up here already. Let's see if we can get a move higher now. And ideally see this one push back over 2.4. That's what I'm going to wait for here. 5-minute, a lot of support in this zone. Oh no, I had day selected. I was just wondering. I was like, why am I not getting filled? A little sloppy on my end, but that's fine. It's happens sometimes. Still some really good support here in this area. We had that initial bigger 5-minute pullback just now. I'm watching 31, seeing if we can get back above that. Small size at 29, and looking for ideally some bit of recovery here. Again, small size, so small win, small loser, regardless what happens. I'm looking for this area to hold, and then ideally getting chipped away here. Got to be careful. All right, actually held there. MACD slightly not so nice of a crossover, but that's fine. We have some good 5-minute support. Looking for that move to go back over 2.3, and then eventually the move over 2.4. New 5-minute candle popping up. Gotta be careful here. Still a lot of sell pressure. I'm gonna stop out of this one for now. I'm just not getting the move, that pop that I was hoping for, so stopping out for now. Hopefully some of you guys got that push here. We had a really nice pullback on this one. I missed that. This is the money shot right here. This was at 8.52. Really good. So 5-minute holding, still pretty okay. I'm not sure how long we're going to kind of teeter in this area. This is the time to kind of prep ourselves for the next 30 minutes, next hour really. Nice, there's that move back over 2.3 we were looking for. No new 5-minute breakout yet, but that was a pretty strong move. I'd be taking profits and be looking for a possible re-entry around 2.3. No need to be super aggressive here though, I think. Got some size there at 31. Looking for a bit more continuation. I'm not super convinced we're going to get a 2.4 breakout just yet though. to stop out again. Possible re-entry at 30 right below. It's just taking a little bit longer to get any sort of move on it. Maybe I'll re-enter it. Here we go for the re-entry. Very light sell volume here. It's a good sign. $28 kind of getting chipped though, that bid there. Jumping on this one. I like how the bid is stacking here. We got another minute in this candle, in this 5 minute. Wondering if we're gonna see that move back over to 3 and then maybe into the 40s from here. It's a little bit hard to say. Sell line came in there again. I think we could still get a break higher, but it's a tough situation. I'm just going to go ahead, take some profits off. Looking for that break over 32. Here we go. Chipping away. Look at that at 32. Let's see that move over 33. Nah, I'm just not getting that. Stopping out. I had a feeling it was a little bit too slow there. Looking for a possible re-entry. Still front side move. Good, okay 5 minute setup. It's a grinder right here. It's a bit stuck in a range. We got that nice 9 EMA support on the 5 minute, but we got a lot of resistance right now. If you look at the 5 minute, zoom out here a little bit more. Look at this 2-4 zone is really a critical spot. So I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to crack that area just yet. 2-3, 2-3-5. This is a key support zone. So we're just at that area right now. If we break this, we could get a nice little front side move though, all the way to about like $3 before seeing some big resistance. And then 3.6, 3.5. So $1.50 here on out, more or less. We might get a fake move to the downside, but then it actually holds. Right now, the former low was at 27, so maybe it's going to find support here and move back higher. I am looking for that break over 230 again. There's that retest of former lows at 27. Well, it looks like it's definitely going to break this zone. Look at that ask stacking there. Broke it, found big support right away. Getting a little bit of size. Let's see if this can have that last little push that we're waiting for. Nice hammer candle there. The bid's crawling up. It's getting tight. Looking for that move over 230 like before. New 5-minute and 35 seconds. I'm not sure if we're going to get the breakout just yet, but I think the next few minutes could be good, so I might stop out and re-enter. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. New 5-minute. Here we go. MACD's not looking great. That's another problem. I'm going to stop out of this one. I'm just not really sure what's going to happen here because it's taking a little bit too long for a proper move higher. We're in a new 5-minute setup, so it's going to be testing the lows one more time here. Either it's going to hold or not, but that's what's going on right now. So far it's holding. Still waiting for Tsha to make a move higher. There's that crack to 26. Support came in again though. MACD's really selling off heavy, so that's not a great sign. I'm not sure if we're going to get a run. Bid constantly comes back though. It's a little bit of mixed signals here in this area. Jumping in again on 27. Small size. Yeah, it keeps stalling. Stopping out again. So a lot of scratch trades here on this one, looking for that pop back higher. I kept on buying as support came in and was looking for the move back above the 9 EMA, but we just didn't get it. Feels like there's more resistance on this one than there probably should be for a continuation, so I'm a little bit pause off right now, I think. Unless we see that final move. Here we go. Move back above 27. Then 28, 29. Can we get it? I don't know. It's 9:12. We haven't really had a lot of opportunities today so far. We had one opportunity right here, but I was offline. And other than that, it's been a bit of a snooze fest. Maybe you can argue we had some, potential with what ticker was that? MULN sub dollar as well. 5-minute held at 28 and 27. If the MACD was flattening out here, I would be a little bit more aggressive in terms of size. I think I would trade the same, but I would just be more aggressive with my size. There's some more support coming in at 29. 230 is huge resistance though. Coin pumping again at 67.5. Good to see that. SPY slightly getting back to break even. So we're getting some small bullish signs here for the market. Slow out here. Yesterday, definitely a bit more opportunity. Coin at let's see here, 67.64. So this one's really pushing now. I'm wondering if TSHA is gonna start waking up here. So we had that rejection, but then it ended up holding again. It feels like there's a lot of sellers though that are just taking over this ticker. So I'm not zoomed in on it like I was a couple of minutes ago. I'm just kind of gonna let it do its thing until it picks a direction. So far for me, red pre-market, I'm down 140. Not so bad though. It's a bit of a waiting game right now. I don't want to jump in on anything that doesn't look great, so I'm just gonna kind of hang out here. Maybe we won't do any trades. I'm not sure. I think if coin has a big push, I'm gonna sell some options on it, some calls. Other than that, yeah, waiting game. Small bounce off of VWAP. Mm-hmm. Look at MACD. It's like totally going into the gutter. I was hoping it would flatline at one point somewhere in this area, but it just kept on selling off so aggressively. Never a good sign. All right, I'll wait till the ticker pops up and definitely start before the market open again. Come back live. Man, this market makes me want to get an espresso or something. I might actually make one, but not yet. Not before the market opens. That'd be reckless. Maybe around like 9:40 or so, I'll make an espresso. Because I am honestly watching this slow pre-market is making my eyes roll out of my head. Otherwise, here 2:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll put time of force already on. Sort by dollar volume. I don't see anything yet. Nothing that I'm super interested in trading. Maybe MULN's going to push again. It did yesterday pretty nicely, and I should have been more aggressive on it. But, you know, this ticker is up, what, 100% in the last 2 days. Nothing too crazy, but it's a sub dollar, so I'm just not so crazy about MULN. Somehow it's giving us the best opportunities. I thought maybe TSHA was going to rip a little bit better, but this one stalled out really hard. If this one holds here at VWAP, I think we might get some more opportunity out of it. We'll see what happens. PCVX from yesterday was actually my big winner. I was up, not crazy on it, but PCVX, I always say that wrong. You know, like 400 or so. Just enough to make a decent little profit out of it. So I don't know, maybe this one's going to pop back above 35 and it could be tradable. I'll go ahead and put an alert here on this one as well. We'll see what we can squeeze out of it. It is on a really nice front side right now, so we'll see if it holds here. Technically it did hold overnight, so maybe we'll get a little bit of continuation out of it. Other than that, I might switch to large caps if a nice one pops up. I might even look to sell some covered calls on coin if it has a strong open. So that's my game plan. All right, here we go. Good luck, everyone. Bullneck is calling out NIO. This one was moving yesterday. It is crawling quite nice though. Lacking volume, but man, we're getting a lot of dead cat bounces, I think, across the board. I think this is really a good swing trade week so far. Starting on Friday. I'll do 1,000 shares into the open. Just ready to go. I'm not sure what we'll trade though. Come on, let's get some action. Possible 5-minute breakout. There's a 5-minute breakout in TSHA. Question is, will it hold here, or is it going to kind of turn into a lot of these other tickers we've been seeing, just, you know, sell off? MULN is breaking a critical support zone right now. I'm not sure if we're going to see much more of this ticker, at least just in the next 15 minutes or so. That was a big sell-off. So TSHA, wouldn't be surprised if we saw something similar, but it is still holding right now. It's having a micro pullback, which could be a really good entry. If this was a hot market, I would have jumped in already. I'm just a little bit skeptical here. That's all. Broke the low. Bad. That's a bad sign. Yep. That's what I was worried about. Let's keep watching it though. It's not dumping that hard. It's not dumping like MULN right now is dumping, or some of these other tickers we've just been seeing. So it is holding, you know. You got to give it at least that. Alright, it's a total no-go. Mr. Ken calling out, I don't think I've ever said that before. Ken Barbie calling out MOB. The problem with this one for me personally is the volume profile is too light. Last time it popped over VWAP, it failed. So I'm not seeing anything tradable on it. I gotta say, honestly, coin is really the only ticker right now that's, you know, pumping it. We're up 760 on this one. Question is it gonna have some continuation here? I would really like to see, like I've been saying, a move over 80 PCVX before earnings and take profits. PCVX, sorry guys, I'm saying that wrong every single time. I have no idea why. Probably because PVC, the plastic pipes, I think that's what's messing me up. This is like reverse of that, and it's throwing me totally off. Nice little breakout there. The volume on this one is really just not tradable in my eyes. I mean, 20,000 shares is very light. We did actually trade this one yesterday pre-market around 25,000 shares, but that was pre-market. That wasn't the market open. So right now it's really light on the shares. But this is what we were looking for, although yesterday is an engulfing candle, so keep that in mind. And we did open with a big red candle as well. So far, no trades since the market opened. Coin over 68. SPY pulling green. Bitcoin moving higher. All right, guys, we got to check out some large caps right now for sure. I think that's the only ticket. AMD pushing here. Let's pull this one up on the second screen as well. Nice breakout on AMD. Wow, we just had a huge move over 59.50. It's definitely going to be a possible retest coming up on this one. Still 5-minute breakout here, although we're about to get a new candle popping up. So let's just pull up this one. We might even get some continuation here right away. I was not expecting that. NIO also being called out. Wow, that one's really nasty, huh? New high on AMD right there, but I'm not sure if that would have been a good trade. Let's see how well this new 5-minute candle holds here. That's going to be the big question. It's going to start retesting this former close, and I'm just not really sure if it's going to perfectly hold that, but right now it's a really strong ticker. A lot of support around 59.50. Still holding. Boom, here we go, breakout. Let's see if we can size into this. Looking for a micro pullback here. Got it. Looking for a little bit more continuation towards 60. Unfortunately, was a bit premature there on my end, but still a strong 5-minute candle. Let's see that move over 60. Large caps do move a little bit different, so I have to just kind of get used to kind of the delayed moves on this one. So typically on a small cap, that would have been instant continuation. On a large cap, you'll get these kind of shaky, you know, back and forth situations, which we clearly just got stuck in. I'm going to see if I can take some profits off the table on this one. Nice small win there, nothing too crazy, but it was good that we were able to hold that one. Almost feel like it's my first green trade today. Today's been very slow. Let's see how this one pulls back and finds support. We have a lot of support right around 74, which is in this area. I don't really think we're going to pull back that far just yet. We're still on the front side here. So we had a 1 minute pullback. So this is a very, very strong area here. I think it's going to break out and go higher, although I don't really want to buy high again on a large cap. But I could see this pushing to 60, 50. So let's just keep watching this one. In the meantime, TSHA is actually back. Probably worth watching, guys. I'm just going to pull it up. So we had a VWAP breakout. Oh man, this one's kind of choppy here. VWAP breakout, we're getting a possible 9 EMA pullback coming up. So let's keep watching this one. 9 EMA pullback towards VWAP would be really nice. Got 2 more minutes in this 5-minute candle. I'm still watching AMD in my second screen. I don't really want to buy TSHA too high for what I feel like is pretty obvious reasons. 220, a lot more support down there. 224 coming in. There's that support. $223. There's a bid there, but I'm still being a little bit more risk averse, waiting for possibly a lower entry. I'm not sure if we're going to get it. I'm being a little bit too conservative potentially. That's fine. It's not a great market. So strong pullback there with a lot of sell volume. That's definitely really high sell volume. AMD had a bit of a pullback there. Opportunities not as great today so far as they were yesterday. I feel like yesterday we had some really good opportunities relative to the last few days. Today it's a little bit more like the classic last week where it just wasn't really any opportunities. It wasn't even like a few, it was just like very non-existent. Watch out with the MACD. I mean, not MACD. Watch out with the TSHA. It's pulling back here, and we could see a lower move. Right now, we're just crawling down this former 5-minute candle. I'm still somewhat more interested in AMD, to be honest. Let's see how well this holds here. 24. Can it hold? It did hold, so we found support at 23. Possible break here on TSHA at 23, watching this zone. Coin at 69. Wow, wow, wow. TSHA finding support. Possible break of VWAP. I would probably scoop up anything if it holds there. It did hold, so that's what I was looking for. Trying to get in at 21. We missed that fill. Watching. Trying to get in a little bit before this breakout. Jumping in on it. Dang, I missed that. I missed every entry. Ugh. I hate when that happens. Nice move there. That could have been one of my better trades today, but it wasn't an amazing setup. It's a little bit choppy, so I hesitated. Back on AMD, this one actually had a really nice breakout there. So I got that initial pump here, had a pullback. 60 ended up holding really strong. It's still crawling up. Really good to see that. Coin, possible. I'm up 1,500 now on coin. It might be worth even selling some covered calls on this one. Again, I'm kind of waiting for an overall push towards 80 on coin, so I'll probably hold this one today. It is up 5% today, so I could see this one. I could see this one really pushing. So AMD, let's go back here. I'm not sure if I want to be buying AMD here this high. Tsha is a real chop fest. Bigger pullback on TSHA. I'm not sure if we're going to rip instantly back over 23. Possible break of $70 on coin. Good to see that. This is such a volatile ticker. So this could actually be a good day trade as well, but I'm gonna keep my swing trade. Going back to AMD. Pull back to 60.20. 5 minutes still crawling. So very strong on AMD. Good to see that. I only did one trade on this one, very small. Came a little bit late to the party. And I wanted this pullback actually, but I switched over to TSHA. All right, coin broke 70. Good to see that. I think there could be a longer 5-minute setup though coming up on coin. Let's go to NIO. This one had a big break here and volume's actually quite nice on it. My problem on NIO is the fact that it had this just absolutely wicked flush, 3.8. Doesn't really make me super confident in this ticker. So I would have had it traded earlier on, but I didn't. $9.46, still worth, I think, looking for tickers, but I'm not sure yet what it's going to be. For anyone on the stream, let me know if you guys would like to see anything specific, if you guys have any feedback or something you guys like me to add onto the streams. One thing I was thinking about doing is maybe leaving the streams or adding them to a playlist so you guys can go back and watch them. Right now, I got feedback because at first I was unlisting them right away, and I got feedback that you guys wanted to watch them afterwards, so I left them for at least a day. But I don't want to clog up the YouTube channel, so maybe making a playlist or something like that is worth it. Very slow day for small caps. Most of my focus was obviously with the small caps, so I missed, I think, the best move on AMD. NIO, possible setup here. Still a new 5-minute candle, so this could be pretty good pullback potential. Let's see how, there's some sellers there. Bought up real quick. 2 more minutes. Let's see how it goes. I don't think I can buy this one too high. Here we go. We're still on a healthy 5-minute candle. That's why I'm getting a little bit more aggressive here, not waiting for a full retest of the 9 EMA. Although it did have a flush here, so that's making me somewhat cautious as well. It's making me cautious in the point of not sizing up that much in this one, but you still have to get aggressive on your entry. So yeah, this one unfortunately actually still ended up pulling back all the way to the 9 EMA. That's a very strong pullback for the fact that we're on still on a new 5-minute candle that's making highs. So good to keep that in mind, that this one is quite bearish at the moment. So I'm going to stop out. I'm going to cut my losses there. Technically a good setup, but how strong it pulled back was not for me. I know it's a little bit of a large cap, 17 billion, so I have to treat those a little bit different. I'm sometimes really bad at treating large caps different. Sometimes I nail it. Sometimes I really like, all right, it's a large cap. Let me take a big step back. Let's let this one chop around for a while. And sometimes, like I just did with NIO, I just don't have the chill to trade the large caps if I'm not really like ready for it. I'm still scanning like crazy for the smalls. Good news is coin is crawling higher, so our swing trade now is up over $2,000. That's really good. Again, I don't really plan on selling this one yet. I am hoping for a move to $80, and I'll end up taking profits on this one before the 3rd of November, which the 3rd of November, that is on a Thursday, next week Thursday. So over 2,000 on it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, good chance it's going to give back profits all day today or something like that. So I'm not like super crazy declaring a victory here, but I also don't want to overtrade this one, because when coin, I've noticed every time coin has like these 5% plus days, 7% plus days, sometimes it just rips to like north of 10%. So I don't want to close this one and over manage. Although my day trading heart is just looking at it and it's like, close the position, you know, but and I could have closed it at 700, 1500, 2000. So I gotta go along with the thesis that this ticker has found a massive support, so we want to just kind of keep holding this one. Man, it's a proper snooze fest here though in the small cap. So TSHA has literally just been doing nothing this whole time. kind of consolidating and shaking people out. Here you can see Ethereum crawling higher. Bitcoin slightly crawling higher, but it's not even really noticeable. I haven't looked at Litecoin in a long time. This one's kind of flat. What's really unfortunate is the fact that Solana hasn't really had any sort of bounce. I do own quite a bit of Solana. It's not nearly my biggest position, but I bought a little bit more here at 33, and it's just, again, still selling off. So this one's like such a slow grinder. But I think that's my biggest down position in my investment portfolio at the moment, my crypto investment portfolio. And I owe back Tsha, not doing really anything. Is it time for that espresso? Maybe. Cheers, Amar. So just to be clear on coin, I am looking for a price target of around 80. I don't know if we're going to get it, but I do want to sell regardless before the earnings come out on next week, Thursday, the 3rd of November. So we'll see what happens. XRX being called out by Jack. Did some trading on it. Yeah, it's slow. Xerox. Huh, interesting. What kind of dividend do they pay? I feel like this is a fat dividend stock. 6.7. Wow, that's ridiculous. Had a huge gap down today. What happened? Earnings? Probably. Yeah, quarterly results. Whew, that is disgusting. But freak, man, look at this. 6.29% dividend. Are you kidding me? That's absolutely insane. Yo, but talk about a value trap. I mean, this ticker only goes down. But still, if you accumulate this one in the 13s, and it, I mean, since 2011, this one has just been up and down, up and down. So if you accumulate it here and it goes back to 30, you've made 100% return, even if it takes a couple of years. You're making that 6% dividend. This is probably a good investment portfolio ticker. I don't really know anything about Xerox besides like using it occasionally, but I have no idea, like, is the company strong? I have zero idea. But man, imagine buying this one for a dividend here at 35 and then it does that to you. So much for your dividend income. Oh, it's brutal. That logo looks like Xbox. Or maybe the Xbox logo looks like Xerox. Tom calling out ape. Oh boy. I don't know if I could even touch this ticker, but hey, it's moving right now, so who am I to judge? Who am I to judge a ticker that's actually moving today? 9:57. Oh my lord, what is going on? Really is a snooze fest. All right, I'm gonna make an espresso and then I'll be back. I'm just gonna do a half today. Really small little teaser. All right, gangsters. Prost. That was good. I don't know. I might have to call it. Like this is a bit of a disappointment. Obviously, I don't really want to call it, but there's just not so much to trade right now, and I'm just kind of sitting here on my hands, hoping something pops up, which is sometimes kind of dangerous because then you start It's like looking at the clouds and you start seeing things and you're like, oh, is that tradable? Talking about seeing things, here we go. TSHA, back at it again. 5 minutes, still crawling here. This is actually not a bad setup. Let's see if we can get an entry at 27. Only got 2,000 shares there. Looking for a move over 23. Not sure if we're gonna get it. That's a fat ask that we got to break through. So the question is, can we break through that ask here? A little pop there. Let's see if we can continue this little momentum. Taking some profits, possible re-entry. New 5. We still have a minute in this 5 minute. I'm not trying to get too aggressive here though. Possible next pullback coming up. Looking for that final move over 2-3. Trying to get a little bit more size here at 27. Didn't get it. Nice. There's the move we were waiting for. Looking for that move over 23 still. Struggling. Re-enter. 28. It's a little bit weaker than I would have liked that move to be. Yeah. Stopping out. That's fine. Just did not get that pop we were looking for. Back to 26. This is what I mean by these tickers are just so weak. Pull it back again. I actually ended up holding here. Let's see if we can get that last move. Bought a little bit high there. Stopping out again. I could have maybe got back to break even on that trade, but I'm slightly red. Down like $100. $72 I'm down. So it's just a little bit unfortunate that we're just not getting that. We're just not getting that pop. Here we go. There we go. Boss move to 235. So sad. This market is so sad. Now TSHA is free. Free falling. Ticker's gone. I was somewhat optimistic that we would at least get that test here of 35. That's what I was looking for. Obviously, in this kind of market, it's probably better just to take any cent that you have, which I could have done. But it's not really like how I want to be trading at specifically around 10 o'clock when you get some of the strongest moves. So I don't really mind that I didn't take my profits. Either way, it's a scratch day. Actually, this is not in the right spot. Tickers. No. Looks like I've already saved this ticker several times. Just add that to my documentation here. Soon we'll have auto charts on Trade Journal, so you don't even have to document them yourself. But I still actually like adding pictures so I can see my platform develop over time. Or not my platform, but my layout here on TOS, which is nice. Sketchy wicks on... Yeah, I think MULN kind of sucked for me because it really actually ended up being the best ticker after that, after I got kind of stopped out on those sketchy wicks. But, you know, the fact that it was a sub-dollar kept me at bay on it a bit, and I just didn't feel comfortable trading this one. I mean, NIO, similar kind of sad situation where I didn't adjust the fact that I was trading front side. So I should have, I mean, large cap ticker, I treated like I treated like a small cap. Now I've nailed, like I said before, sometimes I'm really in the flow on large caps. Sometimes I treat them too much like small caps, and that's where I messed up. What I should have done was really notice it's a large cap day and really kept trading AMD. This one by far was much nicer compared to TSHA, which just was not giving us any returns. I think how I would actually trade AMD though is just start sizing into it. I actually wanted to do that a few days ago on Friday, but then I realized I'm already quite, I'm already quite long on coin, but this one had a really nice recovery, consolidation, another move. So I would have been up 4% on that one with another 20K position size, so that would have been really nice, but oh well. No. It kind of feels like a wasted day in a little bit, just because I knew kind of what I needed to do to focus on large caps a little bit more today, but I don't know, I was still kind of trying to find those small caps, and just it wasn't the way to treat today. You just never really know. TSHA was a toughie. I think, you know, if I could do today again, I think one way that this ticker would have obviously performed or been more of a winner for me is if I just saw this move right here. I'm trying to think how I would have been able to notice that. I was literally away from a computer. Sometimes it just happens. You kind of miss the move. Now, usually I always come back. If it's a really slow pre-market and I'm gone for a while, I'll usually always come back for 9 o'clock. What I should have maybe done was come back for like 8:30 because already 7 to 8 was very slow. So I should have came back for 8:30. I think then I would have caught this move right here, and this was a 5% pop. So that move right there could have made my whole entire day. I kept trying here after the move, but we didn't get the continuation I was looking for, so that kind of died. So next time, I should already know this. This is kind of amateur hour for me. So next time from 7 to 8, if from 7 to 8 nothing happens, then definitely be looking at 8:30 for some Momo. I think that kind of lesson right there will be really good. I only traded 12 times today. It's not a lot, but I guess in this market it's actually nothing either. It ain't nothing. The last ticker I traded today, ARAV. Wow, I traded 5 tickers today. Didn't even feel like that. This ticker, I mean, there's really not much to say. Just nothing really happened on this ticker. Still worth a screenshot for future analysis if I want to look at it. ARAV, second time I've traded this ticker. This one just popped up and unfortunately it died. Now, I don't regret trading this one because it was the fact that it was up 40+%. It had a 20% pullback. Which isn't out of the norms. The problem is it didn't bounce here and then it died off and then it was game over. But a 20% pullback on a first ticker that pops up with low volume, it's not unnormal for them to pull back. So it was just a dead ticker. So that was kind of sad. So here with my running P&L, you can kind of see I started off red and I kind of crawled out of the hole a little bit, but it's a scratch day. Yesterday I made $606. But, all kind of small days, nothing really amounting to too much. So at least, I'm keeping the red days small. Here are my stats. I think a problem today was my risk reward. I took a decent sized loser here on this one, but I used such a small position size for it, so that was actually kind of fine in the end. So yeah, negative risk reward today and a negative total win ratio, so that's all just not so gravy. It is what it is, though. It's fine. WEBR, Weber. Moving higher. AMD, guys. I should have been more focused on trading AMD. I don't think I would have traded AMD so well in this area, but I definitely would have nailed this pullback. Well, okay, maybe not nailed it, but I definitely would have traded this pullback here. I was already thinking about it, and then I switched to TSH. I was like, I would love to, trade another move off the 9 EMA. And that's when I was thinking that I switched over TSA and traded this area. So coulda, shoulda, woulda, but or actually I didn't actually end up trading TSHA. That was still in this area. So that's the opportunity cost of trading. Sometimes you can't. Well, I personally am not good at trading 2 tickers at once. Sometimes I do, but it's not my favorite thing to do. I think I'm going to go out for a walk. Walk in circles a few times. It is 4:20. I got a call at 5, and then I'm working on this video that I think you guys are really gonna like. I'm trying to make it really exciting, but at the same time, it's a lot of content. So I'm trying to figure out how to condense it. I've been working on it for 3 weeks. I've been editing for about a week, but I worked on the content for like 2 weeks. So it's a beast of a video. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to cram it all together. I'm trying to get it to like under 20 minutes, but I don't even know if it's possible unless I just remove a bunch of information. Which I think would, to some extent, would be fine too, because if you want to read more, I'll give some information on that. All right, 10:20. I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I will see you then first thing tomorrow morning. Like always, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.